Hey guys. Okay, Anne here with Sell Like a Rebel. I want to just show you real quickly how to uh, do a webinar via Zoom. So I use Zoom for live webinars. So if I'm doing a webinar where I want people to attend a link. I would create a webinar that would produce a link, and I would send them that link, and that's how they would come join me. So there's a couple of ways to use Zoom. You can have people come join you, where you can see them, they can see you, and you guys have like this conversation similar to what you're seeing actually right here on this page. You can see they have some colors up here, and then the host, right? So you can do a Zoom like that, where you're having more of like a conference type of webinar. You can also use Zoom if you want to just record a webinar like this one here that you're watching right now. You guys aren't actually here live with me, and I'm not, you can see my slide, you can't see me, but you can see my screen, but I don't see you. You're not here with me live. I'm just recording this, right? You can do it that way. And then there's also the way I love, where you now have an option to, you can do a webinar and you can live stream via Facebook, okay? And so I just want to show you, I'm going to show you a couple of ways so that you can see how to kind of set this up. So I'm coming here to my Zoom account. So I'm going to show you the first way is going to be, you're going to go hover over host a meeting. This is where you will be presenting the meeting. You can share your screen only, like exactly what you see right here. I'm only sharing my screen. I'm not sharing, you don't see me, you don't see other people joining, you just see my screen. So if you want to just do like a webinar where they don't see you, you would choose screen share only. You can also do it with video on. If you want to share your screen and they can also see you over in the side, usually in the right hand side, they can see a little picture of you over here and then your screen here. Okay, and then there's also where you might want to do a webinar where you want to live stream via Facebook, and I'll show you that in a second, okay? So here I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how to screen share. You're going to click on screen share, and this here is just launching. It's just Zoom doing its thing. Okay, now a window pops up, and it's basically asking you, what do you want to share via your screen? What is it that you want to share? So I'm just going to click that I want to share my slides, which are right here. So I'm going to click that I want to share my slides, and boom, my slides are going to pop up. And now I would start recording my slides. I would click down here to make it so that it's just shows my slide, you know, and so basically people, you'll go through your slide, your presentation, and people are watching your slide. They don't see you, but they just see your slide, and you don't see them, but it would tell you up here how many live participants you have, okay? You go through your slide, and you know, if you come over here, people can ask questions. So there's a chat box. People can come in and ask some questions, and you can come in and answer them. You can just type hello. You know, please ask any questions you have or whatever. So basically, you can do a chat box over there. You can record this if you want to. Typically, you want to record your webinar. So before you start it, you want to go ahead and click on record on this computer. Make sure that you're joined, you know, by audio. So that way you can hear me. And then you're basically just recording. Now I'm not recording this right now because I'm recording this for you. I'm not recording this actual slide. So, but you would come over and hit record, okay? And you would record this. Okay, so that's, you would just go through your presentation, and that's how you would do it. And now once you're done, you've done your presentation, you've done any Q&A, and you're finished, you would come over here and you would just click on, stop share. So it's going to stop, and then Zoom is going to pop up here. Hold on, let me see if I can put this here where you can see it. Zoom is just going to pop up, and this is basically, you're done. It's going to start. Now, if you hit record, the download is going to start now. If you hit download in the sentence before you start your webinar, it's going to, once you hit stop your share and then you hit end the video or end, you're going to end it, and then it's going to automatically download for you, and you can upload it to Vimeo, or you can upload it to YouTube, or wherever you want. Okay, so that's how you would just record, that's how you would just do it like a regular, without video, webinar using Zoom. Now, the other option I want to show you that I talked about, the other option is to schedule. I actually like to do it. Hold on, I like to do it. Let me go back to my Zoom. So the other option here is that you can schedule a meeting. So you just click on my account, and once you come here, you can schedule. You want to come over here. You can schedule the webinar that we just did. You would come and schedule it here. You would just click schedule, and you would create it like sample webinar. You'd put the time, how long you want to have it go for. I always add an extra half hour. If you want them to register, you would hit required. Usually I don't have them register because I usually just have them opt in via an opt-in page, so they've already kind of registered, but you have that choice. You can choose here if you want to have your video on or off, if you want theirs to be on or off. Meet-in options, if you want it to require a password, you can pop one of those in there. Mute participants upon entry, so if you're doing a webinar where you don't want other people talking while you're doing it, you want to make sure you mute everybody. I always click on record the meeting automatically, and then you just save it. And then once you save it, you can just go live. So you give this link here to everybody. And of course, if there's any password, right? And then that's what you're doing. When you're ready to start, you would just click start this webinar, and it's going to pop up like I just showed you. And then it's going to do exactly what we just said. So we're going to share our screen, and we're going to record. That's the video. Then you stop the share, and we're just going to end the meeting, end for everybody, and it's going to record for you. Okay, so that's the way I just showed you. But the other way that I like is to do my webinars. Over here on the left, you click on my webinar, schedule a webinar. I'm just going to say sample webinar, and then you just put the date, time, or the duration, if you want to require registration or not, video options, if you require a password, if you want to do Q&A, record automatically, stuff like that. Advanced options, there's just if you want to have another host come on or anything, and then you schedule. Now with this, what I like is once you schedule your webinar, now once you schedule your webinar, let's say we're ready to start the webinar. It's going to do the same thing as before, but there's something different this time because it's a webinar. Let me move this down here so you can see. So it's going to be it's going to look exactly like it did before, where I'm going to say I want to share my screen, but then I'm going to come up here, okay, actually I don't know if you guys can see that box. Hold on a sec. I don't know if you can see this box, but oh yeah, you should be able to see it. But over here to the right, you have these options here, live on Facebook or live on YouTube. So this is where you can live stream on Facebook. You click on live on Facebook. And it's going to bring you to, let me move this out of the way. It's going to bring you here where you can put your title, description, and you can choose if you want to share it to your timeline, to your page, or to your group. Okay, if I say I want to share it to my group, I can come in here. I can share it to you guys. I can share it to the Sell Like a Rebel community, my Momentum Mastermind group. You can share it to whoever, and then you click Go Live. Once you click Go Live, it's automatically taken you to whatever you chose, and everybody can see your screen. So whatever you chose, right, which is your webinar. Okay, and then it's going to do the same thing. You'll choose, it's going to record for you. When you're finished, you just, again, you hit end meeting or stop share, end meeting, and then you, it'll automatically download for you, and you can upload it to Vimeo or YouTube. Or you can just leave it, you can also leave it live in your Facebook group. So if you want to leave it there, you can. If you want to take it out of your Facebook group, you can. I just recommend you make sure you back it up into Vimeo or YouTube first. So we'll hit end meeting. And I'll just show you. I don't need it to actually record for me though. So that's what it does. It pops up here and it records, and then you can download it or upload it somewhere. The other thing that you could do is when you come into your webinar, where it says here sample webinar, if you want to start this webinar, the other option is right here on this page. Before you hit on share screen, if you come right down here to the More tab at the bottom, you can also go to your live Facebook or YouTube from here as well. So you have the option to do it over here with this box here once you start. Or you can click that you want to live stream here on Facebook, then you can share your screen. It's pretty simple. It's really all there is to it. So that's how that is how I use Zoom for my webinars, depending on how I want to do them, whether it be live and I want people to see me and I can see them, or I want to do it live and they just see my slides and hear me, or if I want to go live stream right into my Facebook group or YouTube, you know, or you can have them, you can give them the Zoom link and they can come meet with you. So those are the options. Those are the ways that I use Zoom for my webinars. Let me know in the Facebook group if you guys have any other questions, okay?